Welcome to our live. We just invited our Facebook friends over and our Instagram friends over. So everyone who's coming over, we are glad to have you. Welcome to our live with Angie and Rachel. Hey, Angie, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thanks for asking.
We are in a new
Oh,
place.
yes, we are. So we have been doing our lives in our Facebook group. If you didn't know, we do have a Facebook group. Angie, what is that Facebook group?
Oh, we've been doing them on our Facebook page.
True.
On our Facebook page, on the business page, which is our public page. We do share them into the group though, and I'll mention that one. But the Facebook page is just our general Qkids Academy Facebook
Mm-hmm.
page. But we also, for parents and families, caregivers, North American teachers, Qkids Academy teachers, we also have a Facebook group, which is called Qkids Academy Community. And that's
Yes.
a place where we get a little bit more in depth, a little bit more on a personal level. We do share all of our lives in there as well. But it's a great place to be. So if you fall into one of those categories, make sure you jump on and
Yeah,
join
come
that.
join
Yeah.
us. We also
So,
have an Instagram page,
mhm.
also Qkids Academy, and we have a Pinterest page, and we have a lot of pages and places
Yes.
to connect with us. So thanks so much for coming. We've relaunched our YouTube channel, and we are doing some of our lives here. So we're calling this series What's Up? This is where you get to ask your questions, and we will answer them. They can be done live, or they can be questions that get sent into us because we get a lot of questions and we are here for you. We want to answer those questions, bring you some peace of mind. So that is why we're here. If you're new to Qkids Academy, just a brief overview of what we are. We are an online game-based learning platform. We have live teachers. This is something that really distinguishes us from other game-based platforms and devices because let's be honest, there's a lot out there. So something that really makes us different is we have live teachers that interact one-on-one and in a group setting with small classes. We keep our classes very small. 6 students or less. We also have one-on-one options if that's something that you need. And we range in ages, really any age, but the most of our clients are those cute itty bitty 3-year-olds. They're so cute, up to about 8, 9, 10. We are great for if someone has maybe a speech delay or those kinds of things to build that confidence. So we have even some older students as well. Yeah. So we are
Exactly.
Qkids Academy.
Those one-on-one classes are great for students with speech delays and
Mm-hmm.
reading delays, difficulties. That they're great for that. You get that one-on-one time with a teacher, and they're there through the whole thing. So
Mm-hmm. And
really nice.
I think that interaction too, that's
Hmm.
one of the things that makes us so different is it's right there on the spot interaction. Your child's not guessing at
Hmm.
what they're missing or where they did good. That's also very good.
Yeah.
Our platform is so fun. So
Yes.
lots of good reward systems just right all the way, all already incorporated into the platform, which our students love. They're so fun for them.
Yes. We have a
So,
blast.
yeah.
We always have fun.
Parents have fun, teachers have fun.
Teachers have fun.
It's
Parents slash teachers have fun.
it's funny because you might think, I'll never be that parent who's in the background, like recording or cheering them on or trying to give a student an answer until you have a student in
Oh,
a class
yeah.
online. You do all of those
Yes.
things. So,
Yes, you do. And all of a sudden, you realize that you have that child.
yes.
Yes, you have that child. You
You mean the
have
one picking their
Oh,
nose or
no, well, that's not mine, but mine is the one that gets muted.
oh,
Yes, yes, and
nonstop talk.
oh, yes, yes, teacher, teacher,
Oh, so
teacher,
cute.
like, wanting to share jokes, stories, everything. I was like, "You're so the one that gets muted,
That's
I know."
hilarious. Well, welcome everyone. I see we have some people jumping on. Welcome, welcome. We are here for you. We're answering your questions on our What's Up Live series. I'm Rachel. This is Angie. So we are here for a
Hello.
reason. We have a specific topic and a specific question that has come up many times. It's Qkids free material because we do have free material, and this is a huge valuable asset, but even some of our current students don't know about some of this material and we get questions about it
Yes.
or maybe a student's needing some extra help in something that maybe can be helped outside of the classroom and they don't know. So we're here to talk about it today because it's actually come up a lot in this last week or two. So Today we're going to talk about Qkids Academy's Qkids Academy's free content.
Can you say that 3 times in a
I
row?
don't think so. We do have some great free content. And as we're talking, if you have a question about anything that we're talking about here or something different, go ahead and drop it in the chat and let us know. Whether you're joining us live or you're joining us later, we will follow up on your comments and we can make live videos for you next time. So
Yes.
let's talk about our free content because we have free content and then we have free content. So let's talk about the free content that we have, where our students, when they enroll with us, they actually have a lot of extra content that is allows for learning inside the classroom and outside of the classroom as well. So inside of the classroom, we just talked about that class interaction with peers. We have games. It's that interactive platform. There's such a large variety of learning inside the platform that helps with learning. But then what we want to focus on today is what's outside the platform. So we do have pre and post activities. We have extra games. We have worksheets, workbooks, and these are all optional. So it's not required. They can come to the classes and not have done these things and still run, class by class along with all of their other classmates and do well. So this is optional, but completely free. And honestly, a lot of our clients don't know about it, which is interesting. So Angie, I know that your son has taken some of our classes. What was your experience with these free materials?
They are great. I really like them. I'm going to try to do this on, because I have the app on my phone. It's not on my computer. So I'm going to try to show this, hopefully. So just so everybody knows what we're talking about, first of all. So, let's see, can you see mine? Can you see it? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, good. So if you go into your app, you've got
This
the
student app,
this
student app or parent app?
well, this is the parent app.
Okay.
But it's kind of in the same place. I'm trying to
Okay.
think on the student app. But you can click like on your schedule, and he's getting ready to start another course series, so he doesn't actually have any classes like signed up yet, but you can go back, which is a good thing to know. You can click on like the classes that they finished, and if you click on a lesson, you'll see this. And you see this in the student, and let me see. Is that working? There we go. Clear. You'll see it in the student and in the parent app. And that little button that says preview or review. That's what you're looking for. So if you click on preview, it will, let me get a class other than that. Let's see. Preview. There we go. It will give you, and it's very similar the way it shows up on the student app, but you see it's like pronunciation. Look, I'm going to be able to do this from behind. This is awesome. Vocabulary.
That's talent.
It is. Look at that. All right. So, and this is in the math, I believe. So there's just pronunciation and vocabulary. In a phonics class, I believe there's also spelling. That's that's one of the options. But so when you click on those, they give you little activities to do, which are super, super cool. So I'm going to go into a phonics lesson, and they also have like little tests and things. I mean, they're not tests that you have to pass, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like,
this
like
is just
mini
optional,
yes.
extra learning will help your child in class.
Yes, and those pop up on the like on the review lessons, which are every 10 lessons. So it's kind of a way to gauge like how well
Ooh, I like
your
that.
child is good. Yeah, it's really cool. So in the preview, here we go. I'm in a phonics lesson now. So yeah, so there's pronunciation. Oh, other way. Vocabulary. Oh, maybe not spelling in that one. Maybe because it's PL2. So you can see these little stars down here. Charlie did not complete this one. See, there are no stars filled in.
So it lets you know. So you as a parent don't have to monitor, did they do it? You can just jump in and see if they, oh, I like that.
Yes. So you
Wonderful.
click. So I'm going to do vocabulary. You click on it, and there we go. Let's get it clear. All right. So it'll give you like 2 images, and it'll say a word. You can have it. I don't know if you can hear it. Maybe. Like it'll go, let's see.
Oh, I
Coat.
hear it.
Yes. And so then they can click on which one is the coat. And if they get it right, then they get a star.
Oh,
And
I
so
love
there's like
that.
5, I think it's 5 stars are available. And there's a little progress bar that goes along the top. And as they go through the pre-lesson activities, that progress bar, will get fully green. And
So cool.
yes, so it kind of introduces them to the material.
Mhm.
And that way they kind of know what to expect when they get in there.
I love that.
It's not something that you have to do,
Mhm.
but it is really nice. I have one particular student who, he goes in and does all of the previews all of the time. So when we hit the first screen and I pop up we're in phonics level 2 right now, and I pop up that first exposure to whatever we're learning, he already knows what it says.
Because he's practiced
Because
before.
he's practiced,
I
yes.
love
So
that.
then we can take our lesson even deeper
Mhm.
because
Oh,
we're
that makes
not
sense.
yes, because we're not having to spend so much just like nailing down the actual
The
sound that it
basic, that
makes.
makes sense.
So we're able to go in a lot deeper. So, that's really cool. So once they finish with a lesson, they can do review,
Mhm.
and review is very similar. It's going to be the same thing, pronunciation, listening, but then you get some things like reading
Mhm. Oh, I
and
love that.
sight words and spelling. That's where the spelling is. I was like, I know it's
It's
on
in
there
the
somewhere.
post
Yes,
class.
it's in the
So
post class. So when they
they
learn,
wait, like, for them to do the spelling after they've
yes,
had that in-class interaction and then build on top of that.
yes. And like,
Ooh,
so the sight
I like it.
words that they learned in this lesson was put.
Mm.
So it'll say she puts in the toad, and you
Mhm.
have to choose which picture is her putting in the toad. This is one of my favorite lessons. This is Joan the
Cute.
witch. It's always my favorite lesson. And so yeah, so then they go back and they get to sort of review the concepts that they learned in class.
Mhm.
And these are available all the time.
I love that.
So like Charlie, there's ones that he
Yeah, so
missed.
how has it helped Charlie? This is what I
It
wanna know, like,
yeah.
because we do get a lot of parents who say how helpful when they do know
Mhm.
about this, how helpful these are. So what
Yes.
has your experience been?
So the preview lesson is helpful just to kind of know what to expect,
Mhm.
especially if you have a kid who struggles with not knowing what to expect,
Mm.
or a child that has like um, a reading, like has trouble reading,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
has which I say reading, and we're in a phonics lesson, but
Hey, it's
lots of
reading. They
times,
need to read, like, all
right?
of the sounds and
Well,
the letters and
lots of times, there's a lot of anxiety that's
yeah.
attached to that,
Mhm,
and that not knowing what you're going to be asked to answer or say.
mhm. Oh, that makes
So,
sense.
yes.
I love
So,
that.
being put on the spot, when you're in a classroom setting can be really debilitating for a child,
Mhm,
especially one that struggles.
mhm.
So, having them get that preview of what's coming and what sounds and, things like that, that's super, super helpful.
That's so great for those students who really if that is a concern of
Yes.
parents that, your child, because we know not every child it feels that way, but for those who do, one of my children, they would get
Mhm.
anxiety going online, where my other ones are like, "Meh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't care," but that is a really good point that it helps that student prepare for class
Mhm.
and then reconfirms to them, "This is what you've learned for the post
Yes.
activities." I love that.
Yes, it's
Good input.
really, really great. So that's, like, I just briefly, I taught a school for dyslexic children, so we would always let them know which paragraph or sentence they would be reading
Mhm.
before, it got to it. And it's that same principle. It's like, here you go. This is what you're going to be learning, so you're not put on the spot. And with Charlie, he just loves doing it's fun. It's like fun little games, and they get coins. They get
Oh,
coins.
that's true.
Yes, so they get coins. There's nothing that they buy with the coins or anything like that, but it's just like a video game where, you wanna get the highest number of coins, and their
Mhm,
coins accumulate.
mhm,
And they get coins for different things like arriving to class on time,
mhm.
attending class, doing the previews and the reviews so they can
And
get
the kids
coins.
love it. It's
Yes.
so fun for them.
Yes, so for him, that was the big thing. He liked getting all the coins in the preview.
Yeah.
And in the review, what was nice about that with him is that he talks and talks. I don't know where he gets it from, but
I don't know.
I don't know. But so, and he's always teacher, teacher, I got a joke. Oh, let me show you my toy, like I got this bottle of water today. Isn't this cool? So lots of
That's
time.
why he gets the muted so
Yes,
class can go on.
yes, yes, yes.
Poor Charlie.
Yeah, you can ask Suzanne and Amy. So, and Victoria too, yeah. So, it's nice because he may not actually, um, get as much of the lesson as I would hope that he would get out
Yeah.
of the actual lesson sitting in
Mhm.
class.
Mhm.
But for me, my biggest reason for him being in the classes is since we homeschool, I like for him to have we're in a co-op, but I like for him to also have that classroom setting with another
Yes.
teacher where he can learn
Yes.
how to ask questions and talk with other
Mhm.
students and kind of like that type of thing on a little
Mhm.
bit different level than what
That
our
makes
co-op
sense.
is and being at home all the time the rest of the days. So,
And Qkids fosters that. That's
yes.
something that they foster. It's not that you just have a group of kids learning from their teacher. They actually foster part of the class structure is to
Yes,
interact with each other as well and have some group
exactly.
interaction and then some of the one-on-one interaction.
Yes, so we always take I'm sorry, I flip back talking as a teacher and a parent, but as a teacher, we always take time, at the beginning of the class to be like, "Oh," and put both up and, "Hey, what are you doing today?" And, "Oh,
Mhm.
here's this." And if it's a new child coming into class, make sure that they get to meet, all of the other kids that have been in there for a while and things like that. So yeah. So that's my biggest concern, like, with him is just learning those social skills and
Yes.
the, classroom etiquette, and all of that. We still
So,
have, "Hey, teacher."
yeah, you bring
So,
up a
the
good point.
review.
Parents come for a lot of reasons. It might be to actually learn phonics, which
Mhm,
no matter why for what reason you come, your child will learn those things,
mhm.
but it might be the etiquette in class, or it
Yes,
might be learning to sit in a classroom environment or working with peers or
yes.
working with a teacher. So you're right. There we have some of our itty bitty little ones who have just turned 3 and their parents know, hey, we'll be happy with anything they pick up. We're going to do phonics, our first
Mhm,
phonics level. We'll be happy with anything they pick up, and
mhm.
they might be super shy in the first couple of classes and then really get into it, but they're
Yes.
so happy that they're learning how to sit and interact with the
Mhm.
teacher and all of those things. So I love that
And
you
wait
brought that up.
patiently,
Wait
take
patiently.
turns, like,
Yeah.
all of that, and the teachers are really good about making sure that every kid gets to go first, so they don't just run across the screen,
Mhm.
where the same kid goes first every time, so really good about doing that. So
That makes
that's kinda
sense.
my biggest thing, and when he did do phonics, I started phonics with him when he started talking.
Mhm.
So, when he started taking the phonics, level classes, what that did was cement what he had already learned with me,
Mhm.
and he got
Exactly.
to see it in, like, real time application and going through,
Mhm.
and his
So there was
reading.
value in that.
Yes.
From
Oh,
even though
yes.
you had taught him that one-on-one in person, he
Yes.
gained value in taking the classes as well.
Yes,
Ah,
and it bumped his reading level up about 3 grades after
wonderful.
going through both, PL1 and PL2.
Yeah,
So
phonics. Phonics
yes,
1 and phonics
phonics.
2.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, I said I'll go back and forth between
It's
teacher,
okay,
parent.
no
Yeah,
worries.
so, but the review is nice because then you can go back in and he can
Mhm,
sit down as part of his homeschool work,
mhm,
and that counts. Like, I write down every Qkids lesson that he takes.
mhm.
That's part of our curriculum.
That makes sense.
So, it's
And
listed.
I love that it's made easy for the parents
Mhm,
too, because we want that to be easy for you. You're here with us for a reason because you'd like us to help or completely teach your child whatever works for you.
mhm.
But those options, they're student led. Like you don't
Mhm.
have to be there. You don't have to create the curriculum. You don't have to create extra add-ons to the
Yes.
class to try to expand. We've done all of that work for you.
Yes.
So your child can get on and they can play the games again. Is that right? They can
Um,
redo them. Is that an
it's
option? I can't
no,
remember.
it is not. They
Okay.
don't actually get to play
We
the
should
games
recommend
again.
that.
Yeah. It's more. It's all just things like that, which are just like back and forth and doing stuff. Now that does bring up one really good point though, is
Mhm.
that um, so I this last series of classes, I messed up. And I agreed to putting Charlie in a morning class and forgot that like he had a couple of camps this summer.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so, I would at some of the camps, I could go and pull them out for the 30
Mhm.
minutes, but not all of them.
Mhm.
So, what I had to start sending messages, and I was like, "Charlie's not gonna be there, but leave him in the class and
Mhm.
just let him, like, let his little avatar sit there, whatever." Because
Mhm.
the really cool thing is once the class is finished, if his little body stays in the class, even though he's not physically there,
Yeah.
you can access the videos from the class.
Mhm.
So that's real. It takes a credit, but it was worth it,
Yeah.
for us.
We call it
So
it's like a playback is what we call it.
yes,
So, like,
yes,
24 hours after class is over. So this is good if you're going to miss class, but also if you feel like your, child, you want a little bit of additional help, review the lesson, go over it again, or if they just think it's fun because it's
yeah,
some kids love it. It's like they get to see themselves, right on the
yes,
class and, anyway, so you get to do that playback. I love that. So
yes. It's
we
very, very nice.
we offer something else for free too, right? Because we talked about our free. This is our
Mhm.
free. We also have free, free stuff that's just actually absolutely free. So,
Absolutely,
absolutely free.
100%.
So, let's
Yes.
talk about that. QKids knows that, you might want to have your student try us out, right? You might want to just see, even though Angie and I are just telling you about the classroom, I actually forgot to share this little video. I'll share this little video. You can see some in class interaction and teachers. This is on our YouTube channel. So if you want to see this video, jump on over there, Qkids Academy on YouTube. Well, you're already here, so you know that. But
We're not looking at the YouTube screen, just so you know.
so here it is. So you can see there's some live, just wonderful interaction between teacher and student. But it's you want to try it out yourself, and that's completely fine because we do offer free trial classes.
Mhm.
So if you head on over to our website at qkidsacademy.com, I believe it's also in the description part in the extra information of this video. You can open it up and click on that link, and it'll take you over there where you can sign up for our free classes and give us a
Mhm.
try and see, really put it to the test. How does your child like it? How do you like it? Download the app, see the extra activities, all
Yes.
the things we're talking about. You actually get to try all of that out for free. So that is our free,
Yes,
completely
it is the
free,
free, free, free,
free,
free,
free.
free. Yes. Um, yeah, that's really awesome. And I wanted to touch too. You had talked about like our littlest of the littles, like
Yeah.
the 3-year-olds and things like that, and the parents just you'll pick up something, and I wanted to go back to that for 1 second because it's so true. They're like
Hmm.
little sponges. They
Hmm.
may say absolutely nothing the entire class time. They may never answer a question. They may
Yeah.
just sit there. They may just
Sometimes it
watch.
happens.
Yes, I had
They're
one
learning.
student. Yes, they are. And all of a sudden at dinner, they sit there and they, spit something out. And their
Hmm.
parents are like,
Exactly.
"Whoa, you really were paying attention."
Yes.
So, don't be so afraid if you have those really littles and even olders
Hmm.
at times that
They get
they
shy.
get shy in front of the
Hmm.
camera, like they're still soaking it in, they're sponges. And the phonics program, especially for those younger ones, it's so great for them to go through it and get that exposure.
Hmm.
And then they can actually go back through it, like repeat the phonics levels.
Yes.
And as they get a little bit older, and then they build on that sort of exposure that they got.
Hmm.
I suggest that quite a bit. So it's a really neat way to do it when you want to start out with those like super, super littles for
Yes,
the
I love
exposure.
that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Angie, you've added so much value to this video, not only as a teacher, but also as a parent who is in our program. Your son is in our program. So thank you
Yep.
so much for sharing all of your
You're
experiences with us,
welcome.
because we have had a lot of questions about this.
Mhm.
What do I really get when I purchase with Qkids Academy, when I enroll in your classes? What do I get? What makes you different? So we do have so much that we have to offer. There is so much that we have to offer here.
Mhm.
So for those of you, we have some of our lovely friends who have jumped on live with us, or for those who will watch the
Yay.
replay, thank you so much for being here, for watching what we have presented to you here, given. And feel free, again, leave in the comments. Let us know if you have any questions, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, or anything that you want to know in the future, or just give us a hi. Just give us a hello, a wave, because we love having you here, and we want to produce material that's
Mhm.
interesting for you, that you actually want to know and have questions about. So
Yes, and
anyway,
share the videos with your
yes,
friends, get them
share.
on.
Yes,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
I just and you may have been leading into this, but
Probably.
I don't think we said it at the beginning, that I don't think we said the day and time of this new series, that we will be every Thursday
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock
Yep.
right here. Yeah,
So come
so
back. Join us again.
definitely,
3
definitely. We're gonna
o'clock.
try to help remind you
Yeah.
for a while, but, like, student no,
Well,
we'll
and
always remind.
we'll post on our Facebook page. We'll post ahead of time.
Mhm,
Here's the video. Here's the link. We're working on getting it on our Instagram and some of our other places, so you can actually jump into the video before it started
mhm,
and ask for a notification. So it'll push you a notification to let you know when we are jumping on. So something that I
yes.
was going to jump into, so we had two different ideas that are both pretty awesome, was our referral program. So we do
Yes.
have a referral program, and we just revamped that as well. So if you are interested, or we know that our some of our best referrals come from our current clients, and really you've tried out the product, but we also have those who are teachers or come in the teaching community, because Qkids is well known in our community. You are able to sign up as someone to refer our program, and that's also at our website, qkidsacademy.com.
Mhm,
Jump over there. When you share your link with someone and they sign up for classes, when they make a purchase, you get a class credit, and they get a class credit. So we have parents who will do this, and they'll want both their kids in the same class together, take classes or something
mhm,
like that, or homeschool groups. We've had, full groups come, and you can sign up, purchase under each other's links, and
mhm.
earn more free classes. So that is another free. That is just free.
Yeah. Yes,
That's
yes, yes,
totally
yes.
free. So QKids has built a lot of value and loves to give back. So that was free, and free, I think. Who
Yes,
knows?
yes, and you brought up a really good point, especially you referred to the homeschool groups.
Hmm.
It is an excellent opportunity when you have, like, homeschool groups, you have, like, from here all the way to here in ages, and sometimes you just have, like, a couple little ones, like, little ones, and they still need, let's say, the phonics, and kind of getting them all together and doing this is a
Hmm.
great idea
Yes.
because they most of the time, if they're, like, just like 1 or 2, 2 to 3, like, in a group, they won't get this big of exposure to
Hmm.
phonics, because usually there's all this other stuff going on, so you can kinda supplement with that and get those little ones in there, like, their own little private classroom going
Yes.
on, which is really, really cool. So I'm
Hmm.
glad you brought that up
Take
because
a
that's a
class with their
really.
friends.
Yes, yes,
Play date, so the kids can all get together, maybe be in the same house. The moms can get together, have a
yes,
little, 30-minute break, chat
yes.
time, mom
The
time.
the sanity itself would pay for the class.
Yes.
Yes, I can see
Right.
that. But yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't think about,
Yeah.
that, if you have, 3 or 4 up to 6 kids, that are all, wanna go through something, you could put them in and request that it be a class,
Mhm.
just for them, which is nice.
Absolutely. Well,
So
I think that about sums it up.
I think
So,
so.
yeah, thank you, everyone, those who have joined us live and those who will join us again and later. We love being here and sharing with you all. So, we hope you have a lovely day. Happy learning,
Yes,
everyone.
thank you.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Bye.